read out on his behalf. Hi everyone, I'm Graham. Many of you who go to the club might know me or have seen me here with Nan. I'm sorry that I can't be here in person today to celebrate the life of such a special person. I wish I could have been there, but in my place I've got my handsome cousin reading my words for me. Okay, I might have added that. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out for Nan today, as I wasn't at the service earlier. I don't know how many people were there. As we all know that Nan would have cherished her friends, acquaintances, or whomever may have passed through her life at one point, coming out to pay their respects. We actually had chats about this day, and she said to me that she wanted people to be happy and remember what a great life she led. To quote Nan, you should cry at weddings and laugh at funerals. I'm not sure about laughing today, but we can certainly smile knowing that she had such a long and full life, and that all of us who knew her were fine people who were always there for Nan. First up is my family here, my aunt, Anne, cousin Sharon, Norman, and of course the youngest member, Bailey, who sadly couldn't be here today. Without their help over these many decades, I'm not sure what would have become of Nan. They were always there, getting the groceries, fixing things in the house, getting her out of the house for day trips, keeping her company, and all the rest that goes with being a loving family. Man lived with her this past year and watched over Nana every second of the day. Without her, this day would have come much sooner. I truly thank them for what they did for Nan. I'd also like to thank all of Nan's good friends here at the club, from Sheena, who brought amazing eggs, her chat and drank Nan's whiskey, to Mike, who lovingly picked her up for Sunday nights, to Pat, who always walked her up the stairs when Nan was a wee bit groggy, into a waiting taxi and got her home safe, to Janice, who departed us too soon, Alwyn and Nan for being such great pals. Oh, and also the boys in the corner who Nana would pop out and visit for a drink and some banter every Sunday. And really, to everyone over the past 30 years here at the club, you guys gave Nan a wonderful community, a place that she treasured and loved coming to. I met lots of you here over the past few years, and I can see why Nan loved it. And so it's only fitting that we say our goodbyes to her in a place that brought her so much happiness. Now her name hangs up on the wall. I believe it's not on the Jennings, but that's fine. Forever to be remembered by the generations that will succeed you. Thank you all for being her friend and for giving her your warm company and companionship. When I'm back, I'd love to come in personally and thank you for all how kind you were to her. Okay, here's the plug. Speaking of being remembered forever, let's have a little chat about our YouTube channel. If you ever miss Nan and want to hear her voice, or listen to her sing, or to hear stories about World War II, then please pop by Braveheart's Nan. That's right, take a few seconds, pull out your phone, open the YouTube app and visit us. That's Bravehearts with an S. I actually started off about 5 years ago writing a book about Nan, and I've gathered about 50 hours of interviews. They will be released at a later date, but I need to go through and edit for any controversial statements. I then realised that doing a YouTube channel would be miles easier and way much more fun, while also being more appealing to a modern audience. It also gave Nan a chance to flex her mind, to remember way back to her childhood, and most importantly, to record a historically accurate remembrance of what life was like in the early 20th century. Nan's also excellent on camera and makes for such an amazing interview. You just need to ask her the right questions, provide a little bit of guidance and watch her take off. I had a wonderful time doing her series and we ended up putting together 20 episodes. I wanted to film more this Christmas. I had some ideas lined up. Picture Nan reacting to Korean pop music. But alas, well, we're here today. She actually got recognised on the bus earlier this year as someone who had seen her at our show, talked to her about it. Then other passengers started getting curious. I'm not sure Nan fully understood what was happening in that moment, but I'd like to think part of her was happy to be semi-famous. As of last week, our videos had received 42,000 views. When Nan passed, I paid a little bit of money to use YouTube to advertise Brave Hearts, as I wanted and always want more people to know how special she was. I got her voice out there, and loads of people were able to become acquainted with her. The thing is, long after we're here all gone, Nan will live on in history. It makes me smile to know that future generations may come across her videos, although I guarantee you that they'll be using subtitles. She never lost that Bertie House accent. The internet never forgets, and so Nan will always be available to us and to the world. So Bertie House, let's take it back to where it all started for Nan in Bertie House, a place that she always talked about and often longed to return to. She grew up there with the rest of the Steele and Miners family and loved it. She told me about the friends she had back then, one of whom was like a brother to her, and also another who was her first boyfriend. Both of them became soldiers during the war, going off to fight and leaving Nan to continue on with her life. She lost both. The first, Alec, Sharp, to German planes over the English Channel, and the second to life circumstances during wartime. Prior to the war, she lost a beloved dad at the age of 15 to a mining accident. She had me in tears one day when she talked about sitting with her dad's body in their family room, talking to him for the last time. She also had a younger sister that died young and a daughter that didn't make it past 6 weeks. Life was hard back then, but Nan was resilient and her spirit carried on. In her free time during her late teens, she went off to Lonehead dances where she met my granddad, who was stationed up at the caves. She liked him straight away, although he couldn't dance, was very quiet, and oh yeah, he was English. He wrote letters to her during his time overseas in Italy, and she joked that he may have had a few children of his own running around all the fields there. It was all in jest, as there was a love that lasted until his passing in the late 80s. I didn't know him well, as I moved to Canada when I was very young. But when I started interviewing Nan, I was fascinated to learn more about how a fiery Scotswoman and a gentle man from southern England could have a life together. I wish I had known my granddad better, but although from all of Nan's stories over the years, I know what a great man he was and how well she was treated. Nan, you're with Grandad again. I hope he's learned to dance by now. Although you've got forever to teach him. I'm happy you guys are together again. So guys, I'm going to end it here, okay? I could go on, but I promised my mum that I wouldn't have it up on stage all day. Well, that was me now. Nana, I'll miss you always. I thank you for 51 years of friendship, for taking care of little Graham when I was much younger, for all the fun we had in the past 20 years of me visiting you, and all the times in between. Thanks for always having soup made, for letting me feed you strange food from my travels, and most importantly, for showing me how to always go about life with such spirit and strength. You truly were one of a kind. Rest easy, and I know that all of us you knew are better off for it. Good night, sweet Nana. I love you.